Well, the Pittsburgh Penguins had a strong rebound on Sunday after being the weaker team on Saturday, losing net front battles, never really getting it going. They were the exact opposite on Sunday, beating the New York Islanders 3-2 here at PPG Paints Arena. Hi, I'm Dan Kingerski on the Pittsburgh Hockey Now YouTube channel and other platforms. So we can break the game down very simply. In fact, actually, that's how the Penguins broke their game down as well. They played very simply. The straight ahead, chip it in, get it, play hard, down low, attack on the forecheck. The game that they wanted to play on Saturday was the exact game they played on Sunday. They're back one game over 500 once again. They kind of squandered a chance on Saturday because they were still in that game. They held on Sunday, although the score might say it was a really close game, 3-2. Islanders got a couple of fluky goals. And, Anders Lee just, 10 feet from the net, it hits him and kind of caroms in. That kind of stuff you can forgive. It wasn't like the Penguins were trying to sit on a lead or play conservatively. They were still coming after the Islanders. Get this statistic. The Penguins had 10 scoring chances in the third period. The Islanders only had 5. Yeah, the Islanders got a couple of goals, but so did the Penguins got, a very important power play goal early, or I guess rather midway through the period. So the best Penguins on Sunday, I think are kind of building blocks for where this team is headed. Evgeny Malkin, it's not vintage Malkin. He's not up on his toes dancing around defenders in the neutral zone. He's playing straight ahead. He's jumping breakouts. He's playing tough in the middle of the ice. Michael Bunting playing alongside Evgeny Malkin. He's red hot. He's kind of picked up some of the Brian Rust Super Mario mushroom growth serum, or whatever you want to call it. Bunting was probably the best Penguins forward on Sunday. Gets the big goal, assisted by Sidney Crosby, by the way, which allowed Crosby for the second time, but this time officially, to break Mario Lemieux's franchise record for assists. That was Crosby's 1,034th assist. Not bad. You can check out Sidney Crosby's post-game interview as he reflected on how, what a career it's been and how much he's learned to appreciate that. So I'm not exactly at my best tonight. 3 games, 3 days, 3 different cities. They didn't have enough coffee in the arena to keep this guy going. So that's why we're kind of making the analysis. We're just boiling it down to the barest chicken stock. The Penguins played straight. They played simple. They played tough. They got good goaltending. Another wrinkle to discuss, actually, would be the inclusion of Nate Klurman, 26-year-old, kind of a journeyman, making his NHL debut on Sunday. Chris Letang injured Saturday night against the Islanders. Mike Sullivan didn't have any more details. No status update, didn't really want to commit to anything, just said Letang had been evaluated throughout Sunday. And, they're going through that process. So, actually, that doesn't sound very good, does it? It could be nothing, it could be something. In response to Letang's injury, Klurman, solid. Like the rest of the team, kept it very simple. P.O. Joseph played on the right side Sunday. Yeoman's work, not his natural, not something he's very accustomed to. He was solid. But here's the thing I want to get to. Erik Karlsson, over 3 minutes on the penalty kill, led the team in blocked shots. I was kind of ready to grade him very poorly after the first 10 or 15 minutes of the game. I kind of saw that stick lunging, not engaged Erik Karlsson that we've talked about before, but it flipped. And I think the Penguins really sort of capitalized on their own momentum. They almost doubled the Islanders' scoring chances in the second period. They did double the Islanders' scoring chances in the third period, while minimizing their risk and the damage against. The Islanders did get some momentum, but the Penguins didn't let it get out of hand. So wrapping all of that kind of in one tortilla shell, Penguins played simple, played hard, played between the dots, won the net front battles at both ends of the rink, defended well. Who are these Penguins? When they play like this, they really can compete, and they really can kind of beat anybody in the league. With the win, depending on what the Ottawa Senators do Sunday night, with the win, the Penguins actually vaulted into that second wild card position. And if you say, it doesn't really matter, yeah, it mattered. Even to Sidney Crosby, who said, yeah, it's important. It's kind of the culmination, the reward of how we've played over the last month.
In a playoff spot by virtue of the win. Is there any significance to that right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's important. It's I think in a way just the way we've played over the last month or so, giving ourselves an opportunity to be back in the mix here. We're competing with a lot of teams, and we know we've got our work cut out for us, but this is hopefully a position that we're in for the rest of the year here, competing for, and that's what it's all about. So to be back in that spot, compared to where we were a month ago, I think it's important.
So what is that first?
This is where we want to be. We want to keep it there. I'm telling you, there's just a little something. There's a little moxie with this team. They sometimes take a night off like they did Saturday. I suppose that happens to every team, especially with the way this NHL schedule is configured, especially an older team with the way this NHL schedule is configured this season. But when they show up to play, they can set aside what they were to be what they should be. All right, from PPG Paints Arena, I might not have to go to a hockey rink on Monday. The Penguins still deciding if they're going to practice or not. We don't know. As I record this close to 10 o'clock on Sunday evening, don't know yet. So I might be at the rink again on Monday before we head to Detroit on Tuesday, and then to Florida, and then to Raleigh, and then back to Pittsburgh. I suddenly understand how rock stars and politicians can make a mistake of what city they're in. I get it now. Okay, from PPG Paints Arena, the Penguins win in a playoff spot. Play hard, play tough, all that jazz. I'm Dan Kingerski on the Pittsburgh Hockey Now YouTube channel.